Good evening, everyone. Today is Tuesday and it is Auntie Dale, and it is a legit metaphysical world live readings. This is our premiere too, so we're very excited about this. If you'd like to follow any of our other shows, please sign on to legitpodcast.com and you'll be able to see all our shows there. So if we are ready, relax, sit back, and enjoy the readings. Let's go. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to It's a Legit Metaphysical World live readings. So, tonight we are going to show you out there what it is like to have a card reading done. I know a lot of people I've heard over the years that were interested in that, but they never knew what to expect or what it was like or what they would be told. So, we were hoping that this would alleviate some of your fears and some of the mystery of what goes on when you do a card reading. So, if you are interested, if you are a card reader, we're going to be doing this every other Tuesday. So contact me through instant message. My name is Dale Belushi, not just Auntie Dale. And we will sign you up. And then if you are interested in receiving a live card reading, again, instant message me and I will definitely bring you on the show and we will see how you do. Tonight, our card reading is Jill Hogan. And there she is. Good evening, Jill.
Good evening.
How are you tonight?
Good. How are you?
Good. I don't know about you, Jill, but recently, since the new year has started, the energy feels a little weird, right?
It feels a lot weird. It's a lot off. Actually, I have had electrical problems at work.
Yep.
The whole
Yep.
office has lost its power, specifically my office. So it's been a little weird.
Yeah, well, we are in Mercury retrograde, so that happens too when there are electronics. So, just so our viewers know, Jill, before we jump into the first reading, which they're going to be two 20-minute readings, so everybody knows, what do you do to prepare to do a reading? Do you do anything? Do you try to ground yourself or anything?
So tonight I grounded myself when I came home from work. And then I went upstairs and I selected a grid. Let me see if I'm going to tilt the camera down so you can see.
Okay.
Okay. So I set up this grid here with some crystals
Uh-huh.
to get ready for tonight. I have another bowl of crystals that I was going through before I set up my grid.
Nice.
The ones that were right. And it's protected with just a nice piece of selenite, a selenite pill. So I
Okay.
keep that off to the side.
Okay.
I did do a quick cleanse tonight. I have a little spray that I use. It's a lemongrass and anise spray. But I also brought sage down because I wasn't sure which route I was going to go.
Okay.
But I went with the spray tonight. I may sage when I'm done.
And is that to make sure the energy is balanced before you start the reading?
It's to keep the energy balanced and it helps clear my mind. It's a ritual that I do, so it helps keep me balanced so that I can allow so I can be able to read the cards, so I can receive the other person's energy and I can read the cards.
That makes sense. No, that makes sense. And now do you have different cards you use for different readings? Is it like what deck you're drawn to for the particular reading?
I do have several different decks. But my favorite deck is this Guardian Tarot. Oh, it's hard to see. Let me see.
Nope, we can see it pretty good.
Oh, okay. So it's my favorite is this Guardian Tarot. It's more of an earthy based tarot. I'll just show you some of the cards. So there's trees and nature.
Okay.
And it's not that traditional. What is the name of it? The traditional tarot. Why can't I think of the name of it?
No, I know what you mean. The traditional
Like the Rider Tarot. It's not like the Rider Tarot cards.
Yep.
Some of the same meanings. It still has the pages and the knights and the kings and the queens and judgment and suspend and different cards, but it just has a different background. I like the feel of these. I can get a better story through these cards.
Okay. So it definitely has to be, the deck has to be something that you're drawn to.
Yes.
You have to make a connection to the cards, right?
Absolutely. I have other decks that I definitely kind of play with every now and again, but this is the one I always come back to. So I thought for tonight, this would be the best. The best deck.
Is this the one you have the most, for lack of a better word, like success with when you get an accurate reading?
This one, I feel like this deck keeps me, it's more of a reading in the present. Present time. It tells you a little bit into the future, maybe a little bit into the past, but this is really what's going on in your life right now. I feel like it keeps you more grounded there. I have a past life deck that I do use because sometimes I like that deck better, but that is sometimes harder for people to grasp because it's things that happened well before your time and you may not remember them or recall them. So it's harder to connect to the reading, I think, if you use cards that are way in the past or super in the future.
Yeah.
I think it connects better when you do kind of real time.
No, you're right. You're right. So we're doing two different people today. And just so our viewers know, you have no idea who you're reading. We didn't give you any names. We didn't even give you first names before the show. Like we didn't tell you anything because we wanted a legit, just a live card reading, and see what we get. So you don't know anything. So if you meet one of the two people you're going to meet in a few minutes and you get a certain feeling, will you change the cards that you read? Will you change the deck maybe?
No, I don't think so. Not tonight. These cards are really the ones that spoke to me when I sat down and laid them out tonight. These are really the ones that, I don't know. They just need to be read tonight. These are the ones.
And I love that you say those are the ones that spoke to me. Like I love that.
These cards talk to me a lot. These cards talk to me. Normally you don't purchase cards for yourself. That's not, you should have the cards given or gifted. That's a better way, I think, to acquire cards.
Yeah.
But these cards, I was fiddling through all of the cards for almost an hour and put them down probably 10 times. And I couldn't leave them. They were meant to come home with me. So
there you go.
And these have been almost probably 7 years now, these cards.
Wow.
So yeah, I love these guys. Love my cards.
I love how you talk about them like you have a relationship with them.
I do very much have a relationship with my cards.
That's awesome.
They're there for me a lot. Reading for people is newer to me. I read for myself mostly. So even my friends were shocked that I'm reading for you. So
I have a lot of faith in you.
Several people said, "Oh, you read cards?" And I was like, "Oh, now." So,
So are you ready for the first?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
So our first one we're going to bring in is Audra.
Okay. Oh.
And there she is. And I am going to be quiet during the card reading. I'm just going to sit here and observe. Okay.
Okay. Hi, Audra.
Hi.
My name's Jill.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So I do a 6-card reading. It's one of my most comfortable readings. And it's going to kind of talk about the things in the now. Maybe things that are happening now, things that have happened just a short time before, or maybe will happen just in the near future, not, very far in the future.
Okay.
So just give me a second and I'll start your layout.
Jill, can you also just show the
Yes, I'll take my face off and put it down.
Don't take your face off now.
Well, nobody really wants to. We're just gonna, okay, here we go. All right. Can you see like that? If you can't see, tell me and I'll adjust.
Okay.
Okay. So this is my mountain card, the one that I placed here. This is more of an earth reading. This is how I follow my cards and how I can read them. So this is my mountain card, and this is above the mountain. And then I have to the left, which is my West Coast card. And we always go above the West Coast because we want to look above, see above. The right is my East Coast, and the last card is above. Okay. So let's take a look. Okay, this first card's our Page of Pentacles. I'm going to flip all the cards so I can get a good look. And then I'm going to take you through the order of the cards just as I laid them out.
Okay.
Okay. Some pretty cards here. Ooh, we're in the wands. That's a good thing. Some magical things. Oh. Okay. So we're going to start with the Page of Pentacles. And this is where your story begins. You take time to see the beauty in life. You're definitely a bright soul. If you look around that tree, she has strong roots. They're nice and strong and thick. She has strong roots to friends and family. And you're usually, yellow to me feels like you're usually a happy person, usually kind of bubbly on the outside to people, what I feel from her. Guys, I do like to refer back to the book too, just to make sure that I didn't miss anything on some of these cards. So I am going to look and just peek at what this page tells us here. Also because I'm super nervous, guys. Okay. Okay. I don't know why I need to use the book. This is really silly and I got to put this away. So this basically is saying, well, you know, you're happy and you're right where you need to be in life, as I feel you're kind of in a good spot. But then I come to the Six of Wands and I see some past things surrounding you that maybe you haven't let go of, that maybe you want to reach out to them because they're family, maybe. And you want to have attachment to them, but they kind of daunt you. They kind of haunt you. You're trying to be that strong person, but maybe she's a tough one. I don't know. We're going to come back to her. So then I see the Three of Wands as well, and she's pretty magical. So nervous, Dale.
Doing great, Jill.
Okay, all right. So I kind of take this as you like to look at things maybe from afar. You don't really like to be the center of attention. You have wishes to be around people, but you still kind of stay to the outside. Does that make sense? Am I making sense at all? I am. Okay. All right. I just need to feel that I'm close to the right path. So I feel like, you know, you have desire to be apart, but there's something that's just holding you back. And that brings me back to the Six of Wands upside down that I may have to look up, because I feel like you want to be connected. There's people around you, but you have to let go. That's kind of how I feel with that. And then the Hierophant, she's kind of my favorite. And she reminds me of a strong woman who has a goddess inside of her that really has the power to kind of overcome anything that's her way. Because you see the outer tree, she's large and she's strong and she's big, but she's got that beautiful inner goddess in the middle, and she's looking to the future. She's looking and she can see things. And really, I'm so silly. This is just telling you to admire the beauty around you. You have beautiful things going on. You have some other things, yes, but you have way more beautiful things going on that you want to be a part of. And you need to honor that. You need to honor where you are before you can get to where you're going to be. Now, the Devil card, I'm going to tell you a little quick story about her. Don't get scared. No, this is not a bad Devil card. And before I read tonight, I have to tell you the story before we even go on at this point. Before I read tonight, I had these cards out and I was, just putting my energy in them and feeling them. And I hadn't seen this card before. And she popped out and it made me curious. So I went to look her up because I was like, this can't mean what I think it does. And the more I look at her, this Devil is not a bad thing. There's beautiful things right in front of her, but there's some really dark, crappy things behind that. And, you have to look at both things and you have to honor those dark, crappy things so that you can get more of that beautiful, more of those wonderful things coming to you. And then the last card is the Star. And this is a really cute one. I like this card. This is a beautiful tree. She's underneath a beautiful North Star and she's looking upwards to the future. She knows that she's where she needs to be and she's going to make right choices. She's wise now. She's going on this journey, but she's becoming wise. The owl has come and she's looking to the owl and she's like, I know, I see things for what they are. And I'm going to continue to try to work on things in my life to make them better because there are way better times ahead. And I just want to peek at her too because that star pops up only once in a while. She likes to hide. Yeah, exactly what I said. The wisdom that you've come. Stop trying to listen to what other people are telling you. It's not something that you need to hear. You know inside what you need to do to be happy. And other people are, this guy over here, they're all around you. They're in your ear. They're telling you things all the time. But you're wise enough, you know the right path. So that was, I don't know if that was 20 minutes, Dale.
No, it wasn't. So you got plenty more time.
Okay, so we want what?
You got another 10 minutes. So
Another 10 minutes.
does Audra,
Okay.
do you want to ask any specific questions?
We can pull cards based off of, I can shuffle and we can pull a few more, but you want to talk about this really quick? How did this resonate with you?
It did resonate.
Okay.
A lot, especially with the person that's above the mountain there, the card that's above the mountain.
This
The
one
one-
here, hold on.
The
Her
one,
with all the little spirits around her?
the one that said something about letting go.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like I know who that is.
Okay. Okay. I get that. So do you want to go a little further into that and see if we can
Sure.
that a little bit more? You don't have to tell me more. So we're kind of focusing on letting go. Let me
Jill, you're doing great. Take a breath. You're doing
Okay.
great.
My face is getting red. I'm getting really hot. I'm gonna take a quick sip of this.
That's because of all the spirits around you. That's why your face is getting hot.
Oh,
You're pulling them all in.
yeah, I am. Okay. So let's go to the middle here. That's not gonna. Wow. Okay. So we're talking about this retrograde. Oh, you can't see me, but I'm pulling upside down again. And I did a reading for myself before I started, and every single card was upside down. Huh. Okay. All right. So, all right. So I have some pentacles here that came up and the Queen of Cups. Now, jumping ahead, I see that you're gonna have victory over being able to let this person go, or whatever hold this person has on you. you're going to overcome it because there's some work that needs to be done. Can you see? Did I? Okay. There's some work that needs to be done. I don't know if you can see, but in this back corner here, there's a little Kwepi guy that plays the trumpet. He's an African symbol, and he's signifying a journey that you have to go on to be able to let go of this person. And over here in the corner, it's really tough to see, but there's a, do you have something of this person's? Do you have something like personal of this person's?
Yes.
Okay. In order to be able to get to this Queen of Cups, to be happy, to be able to let this person go, you have to get rid of this thing that you have. Whatever this personal item thing that you're holding on to, you have to get rid of it. And you can't just throw it away. You have to go and find a spot to reflect on yourself. Because if I go up here to my Hierophant, she's that strong goddess woman. You need to go reflect on yourself with the knowledge that you have now and bury this, put it in the ocean, somewhere where this isn't going to come back to you, because you have to let go of this. This is your journey. It's going to be prickly. You're going to have some feels about this that you're not really going to want to deal with, but you have to deal with them in order to get here, in order to get to this Queen of Cups. There's a prickly path ahead of you, but you're strong. Your roots are strong and they're intertwined. And this little piece over here that they're holding on to that you have, it's running through your veins right now. And it's not good for you. It's just not good for you. So you have to get rid of that thing.
Jill, can you show us that card?
It's really, it's so, all right. So it's if you look over to here, oh, this is so Dale, I'm bad at this.
There we go.
Okay. So if you look over on the other side, over here, see that little, it's like a little ring or a piece of jewelry. It's something, it's an item of a person's that you have. It's something. And there's cactuses. You see them to the left of and the right of her?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you see how the dark blue, where the piece that she's holding and that dark blue in her veins, that piece it's just got a piece of you. It's holding on to you and it's not letting you get to this, which you're capable of, where you've conquered yourself and you've looked at yourself and you are a beautiful person and you're ready to show the world how beautiful you are. And there's something, and I don't know, they don't just can only go by what I see and what I feel and what we're going on, because then the next card, we haven't really talked about this, but this is the Five of Pentacles. I'll hold that up for you a little bit there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it was upside down. So that just tells me it's a little bit opposite of what I would normally read this card. There's a lot going on here. Way down here on the bottom where my finger is, do you see that, baby?
Mm-hmm.
There's a child there. We may have to pull another card. I'm not sure where that comes into play, but there's a child there under you. You protect people. You're a protector. You protect people. And back to that, these strong roots and these leaves coming out of her head and looking proud, like that's just who you are. You're a protector. And when you protect things, great things grow. Do you see that beautiful orange flower coming up underneath the moonlight?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're a protector, good things happen. Things will grow and continue to grow and get you to where you need to be. But I need to, this child card. Is there a child that is that you don't, I hate questions, Dale. No. Like that Five of Pentacles, she's, I've seen her a couple of times, not usually upside down. I don't feel like this person is a thing that you have as a child. You don't tell me. I'm just talking out loud. But I feel like maybe there's an inner child. If it wasn't a physical child, there's an inner child that's being protected. It may not be a physical human child per se. That sounds right. All right. Let's just look at this. Oh, Queenie. You got the queens, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands. That's that wise woman, that strong female spirit coming up. Like, it's a queen. It's a queen kind of night. Upside down still, because apparently we're in the upside down, but hey. Hmm. I want to look something up. Give me this 1 second, guys. Because I'm feeling her, but she's got a lot going on. She's got an earth that's on fire and a path and a mountain and beautiful flowers and a strong goddess holding all the things together. And I'm not quite sure where she's going with that. Where are my wands? Huh. Huh. Okay. So, yeah, there's a lot going on. If you look, sorry, I have to read it to myself first because I don't want to, not all the things resonate, and I just have to see the things that make sense. So if you look at our strong tree from here, okay, she's looking down on what's to come for her. This really is like your future card here. So do you see that little circle that's on fire? That's your path. And you have to make the right choices to get to that queen of cups that was all beautiful and full of roses. You make those, do that hard work and get rid of that past, and you're going to be on the path that you're supposed to be on. And even though you don't know what it is, I don't think you really quite know where this path is going to go. It's going to be great. It's being held together by a goddess in the middle here. I love those little, if you look really good, her head's up there. And she's holding those roots that you've been planting and growing and working on and fixing and taking care of and watering. She's holding those together. They're finally growing, and she's holding them together because nothing is going to tear you apart now. You truly just have to listen to yourself, and you're going to be where you want to be before you know it. You really will be. I like it. She was really good. I always have to go look at that book, and then it says the same thing that it's telling me, but I feel like I have to I know we've had this discussion, Dale.
I didn't say a word, but yes.
You have to look at me. I know. Yeah. Okay.
We have about 3 more minutes left.
Okay. Do you have any other questions, Audra? Or comments or critiques? I'm open.
I should have came prepared with questions. I don't have any.
It's okay. How did it feel?
How do you feel now? Yeah.
So I definitely feel like I know the person I need to let go of.
Okay.
And can I say stuff now?
Yes, absolutely.
And I think it is my stepdaughter.
Okay. Oh, child.
Yeah.
There's that child. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But you protected her for a long time.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Jeez Louise. Okay.
I was married to her dad, and I helped raise her, and she just turned 18. And she's not been very, I haven't seen her in quite a while. So,
and it hurt you.
Yeah.
It hurt you inside. Yeah. Yep. Well, then you have to go have you have to take that little piece of her, and you just have to have a little separation.
Yep.
And if she comes back, if she was meant to come back, she'll come back. But you holding on to it is not gonna, it's gonna hurt you more than make you feel good. It's not gonna make you blossom into the woman that you truly are and who you deserve to be.
Awesome.
Oh my goodness, we're posting my Find Me on Facebook. Oh my goodness.
You're gonna become famous.
Oh my God, no. Oh, too funny.
Okay, anything else, Jill? Any final words for Audra or Audra for Jill before we wrap this up?
I think we ended on a really good note with that Queen of Wands. I think you really, if you take that time to put a little work in, you're going to be very, very happy with how things turn out.
Awesome.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for joining us, Audra. It was fabulous having you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thanks.
You did fabulous.
Thanks, because my whole body's shaking.
I'm sure it is, but you need to have a little bit more faith in yourself.
Okay, yes.
You don't need that book. Just go with it, my friend. Just go with it. What was it like for you though? Because I mean, I don't know if our viewers could see it, but as you were reading the cards, like you got more animated, and you could see you were feeling something as you were reading that person. Like you could feel what those cards were saying to you. It was really amazing, Jill. It really was.
That's when I was truly relaxed. When getting animated and able to read the cards, I was kind of able to block everything that was going out. Even though I can't see anything, I could block out and just kind of focus on what was going on. And I don't know. I told these cards just speak to me. There's really no, when you said, would I change my card deck in the beginning? As nervous as I am right now, I would not have been able to read as good as I did for her because those cards don't have the same connection to me. So I don't know how to explain it. Like these cards deliver the message that needs to be delivered because I definitely have never met her. Nope. And the fact that the devil came out when I was just like, okay, Jill, you haven't, touched your cards in a little while. Let's just kind of get acquainted and clear your head. And that devil card came out and I was like, oh, I haven't seen that. Let me just read about her and just see what they say. And then she popped, she was coming out again. She was not saying, she had a little bit of a message to say. So
yeah, no, absolutely. That was fabulous. It really was. So are you ready for the next one?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Our next one's name is Denise. So let's welcome Denise to the show. There she is.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Jill. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Just give me
go ahead, get settled and get her cards ready. And then we just ask you just to listen to what she has to say. And then at the end, if she has more time, if you have any questions, we can do it then. Okay?
Sure.
All right, Jill, are you ready, my friend?
Yep. Give me one more second. I just want to give these girls a good little mix around, change up this energy from the last reading.
Yep. And that's one thing that we should tell people out there. When you do card readings, you should always have like a little break between the people so you can clear the energy, because you want to make sure the cards and yourself, you're understanding and you are tuning into the right energy, not somebody who you just read. So I know I've had card readings done before for me, and I've done them for other people where it's too close and it can be a little confusing. You're not really sure what you are reading. You know what I mean? So it's always a good idea to take a little break, especially if you're new to card reading, between the people you read. So, because you want to make sure you're reading the cards right and you're in the right energy.
Okay. So, Denise, we're going to do, my cards are guardian cards, and I do like an earth reading where we do a 6-card spread, and then we can talk about flip some other cards once we go through this initial reading and dig a little deeper. Okay. So sure. I need to split these cards for some reason. Okay. Oh, let me make it so you can see better too. Okay. All right. So I start with the mountains and I go above. We have our west coast and above and our east coast and above. For some reason, they don't want to be together. So we're going to put them there. Okay. Oh, man, oh man. This has a totally different meaning for you. Okay, I'm just going to flip everything over so I can take a look. This is crazy, Dale. Absolutely crazy. And I flipped in the wrong order, but that's okay. Okay. So we're going to talk about kind of where you are in the now. And we may travel a little forward and backward, but not too far forward, not too far backward. Again, my 5 of Pentacles came up. And she's a pretty strong card tonight, especially when there's children involved. So This is odd that she came out and she came out. Maybe a little similar. All right, we're upside down again too, Dale, on a couple cards, but you got me right side up, Denise. So we're good. We got quite a few good cards, only a couple upside down. So again, this is my guardian card. This Five of Pentacles is my sign that she's a guardian. And she's a strong guardian. She has strong roots. She has strong views on life. She sets her mind to something and she's getting it done. She's getting it done. And she's going to protect any kin below her. So it could be her own children. It could be just children in general. This is my protector. This is my guardian, strong guardian protector, my Five of Pentacles. And with her will, she makes things grow. She has this beautiful flower and she makes things grow. And she's got beautiful leaves. She's under the full moon. She's aware of who she is and she's protecting. If you see that little baby below, she's protecting anything weaker than her all of the time. But then we have the High Priestess above our mountain. And this is your mountain. This is like your mountain to climb. This is what you do. You're strong and you're head fast and you protect. But this High Priestess, she's full of knowledge and you're this strong and you protect because the knowledge that you have, it was from deep inside of you from a long time ago. This is like energy passed down kind of energy, like deep inside of you. You were a protector because somebody before you was a protector and before them and before them and before them, they've always been protecting people, animals, environment, things. And you reach out and inspire other people. Do you see my girl down here? Oh, this side over here. You make strong connections. You intertwine with people. You just don't meet somebody on the street and say, hey, and never talk to them again. You meet somebody on the street and you have a conversation with them and you share knowledge with them and a laugh and a joke. And you're probably best friends by the time you're done. You're probably best friends. They've probably given you a recipe for something and you shared something or told them something, how to help raise their children or make their garden grow. You've given them some tip because you're just full of knowledge. You just know. And you're all in your glory. You keep coming out on the full moon. Like you have that power. You're strong. And then my Queen of Cups, she's beautiful. She's upside down. So she's telling me that everybody sees you as this beautiful, strong, compassionate person, but you probably don't see you like that. You see you a little topsy-turvy, not really sure, but really beautiful, all the same. That's how she comes out. And she's got that cup of flowers because she's giving that to someone. You wouldn't keep this for you. In your mind upside down, you're giving this to someone. But everybody else is saying, that's your trophy. You deserve to be seen and heard, and you're important too. And you sit and ponder things. I have the Magician here, and she's got her pendulum sitting over her board, her talking board, and she's got one of these little looks on her face. And she just tells me that you really take a lot of time to sit and think about life. And that's how you've gotten to this High Priestess status, this knowledge, this reaching out and intertwining into people's lives. Because when you're not talking to people and getting to know them, you're pondering all the things and thoughts and things that you talked about. You're just thinking about the what ifs and how can you make better and the whys of life. And you've kind of got it figured out and you share it a lot. But there's a piece of you. Oh, I'm jumping ahead. Goodness Lord. I do this when I get all anxious. Okay. So we're going to go to the Four of Swords because this guy down here kind of, he's on a path. You were at a crossroads at one point, maybe a little time ago. Maybe there were some things you were pondering and you were trying to really pinpoint something in your mind. You were trying to really grasp the understanding of maybe why you had to come to that crossroad, why this hard thing happened. And you got kind of lonely and you kind of shut people out. And all those long, beautiful vines and twines that were coming for you to reach out to people and encompass them, you just didn't really care to do that anymore. And I'm not sure why, but you just got really sad and really gaunt, you know. But there was somebody there by your side, because there's a faithful crow up in the tree, up in the corner over there. And that crow saw you through those hard times, and he was there. He was there. He was there at your crossroads. Even though you had to do this tough choice, that crow was there and knew that you were going to come back to yourself, but you're still sad about it. You long for something. You've isolated yourself a little bit, and you can see the beautiful things that are going on and you long to be a part of them, but you kind of just feel more comfortable alone right now. You have that shepherd's hook there because you long to be back to where you were at your high priestess, where you made those really great connections, but there's something holding you back. And these cards didn't want to go together. So I have to pull this one. And it's super, super ironic that this is the 10 of Wands. I don't know. Can you see? So she's camouflaged. I'm going to show you. Do you see that tree behind all those trees, those lines?
Yeah.
She's camouflaged. She's still there. And she's got that center, that full moon about her. You remember all these things, and you remember how to be that person again. But this changed you so much that you just want to be camouflaged. You don't want, I can't find the right words. You don't want to be seen right now. You just don't want to be seen. You want to see other things, and you want to see, but you're not ready. You're not ready to be seen right now. We're still on the wands, by the way, because this is why the deck didn't want to go back together, because now all of these wands are coming out. And this 9 of Wands, this shows me that you're going to come out of this. You're going to stay camouflaged for a little while. You got some things you still got to deal with for yourself, but you're going to come out of this. And when you do, the things that are going to come from you, the good, the happiness that's going to come from you. I'm going to look at her. I know you said no, but I'm looking. I need to look. We're going really deep right now.
We are going really deep.
Okay. So now this all makes sense. So you didn't withdraw from someone. Someone made you angry. They made you angry. Somebody pissed you off. They pissed you off. And you are still pissed off. And because of that, you've withdrawn and you're camouflaging yourself. And this 9 of Wands right here, he's telling you that you have to let this person speak their truth, because it's their truth. It's not your truth. And you can disagree with them, but it's how they feel and it's their truth. And if you don't let them speak your truth, you're going to be pissed off still. Maybe you just need to look at it from a different point of view. Maybe the way you're looking at it is just not aligning with their thought and it's pissing you off. So look at it from a different point of view. Try to see it from somebody else's eyes. Because if you can do that, then you're going to grow from this situation. We're just going to keep going here. And then we're still in the Wands because you need to be here. And I'm going across the table. there's those strong roots again. There's this healthy person again. And she's back to having everything that she had in her world before. It's all kind of grassy green again because she took the time to maybe forgive this person and see them from their point of view. And accept, agree to disagree, right? Accept it and move on. I don't know. Something has to happen there so that you can have your whole world back, because your social life and your connections to people are your world. And by you withdrawing and being angry, you've shut yourself out. I need to know what you think about that before I go any further.
That is amazing. Yes, I had a person in my life over the last 5 years that I can say I got very angry at. And I realized what they were doing. And can I speak more into it or no?
You can speak as much as you want. It depends. If you have questions, we should do that first before. I don't want to know too much. So
All
if
right.
you want to,
You kind of pinpointed the anger and and recently it was put in my face.
Okay.
See, I can put things in back of my mind and not dwell on them. But when something is put right in my face, that's when I get very angry and upset.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes any sense.
It does. Huh. In true upside down fashion. So
can I ask one question?
Go ahead. Yep, go ahead.
What does it mean when a card is upside down?
It just means kind of the opposite of what's going on. To look at things from a different view. Because things aren't always what you seem. And sometimes you have to, sometimes it's just, you have to look at it from a different view. If this card here, like this swords, you're lonely. Upside down, to me, maybe this would have read more that someone around you is lonely. You're not lonely. Or maybe, you're lost. It doesn't read the same upside down. It doesn't show the path on that card. Yeah, that's kind of how I believe. Upside down's been the thing today. I read for myself, all upside down. Upside down's the thing. But we get back. I pulled another card as you were talking to me because I was listening, but I was feeling over here, and the strength card came out. So we just took a nice tour of the wands and looked at your inner self. And you have to also know that all of this inner turmoil and isolation and anger that you've had, you have the strength to move past all of that. You have the strength to stretch out these great roots. You have great surroundings. You have an aura around you, beauty growing all around under the full moon. You really can reflect on what happened and understand it. And if you take that time to look at it from another person's point of view, you're going to see that you're going to be stronger. Your connection to yourself is going to be stronger. And maybe the next time something like this comes up, maybe you'll be just a little bit stronger. That strength is around you. Absolutely around you. How are we doing on time, Auntie Dale?
You're not calling me Auntie Dale now. That's so weird, okay?
Well, here we can call you Auntie Dale.
We got plenty of time. You got like 5 more minutes with Dee before we have to wrap up 5 minutes later. So you have plenty of time.
Okay. Denise, do you have another question, Denise? Or do you want me to pose?
No, I'd like you to continue and see if you see any more. You're very interesting.
I've been told I'm interesting before.
Yeah.
Ooh.
See?
Yeah, ooh. Why are these, I will tell you, I have had these cards for 8 years. I have never seen this bad boy. Never.
You've never seen that card?
I have never seen this card. I have played with these cards a bazillion times. that have never seen that card.
Tell me what it means.
Oh, I'm gonna have to. You're wicked strong with the full moons. I don't. You got a full moon. You got a full moon. Full moon. A full moon. I have to look. I always have to look. I've never seen it before. Oh, it came up right away as soon as I did the thing. It's a winter card. Oh. So tell me, how do you feel about manifestation? Because this guy is telling you that you need to be careful what you manifest. Because you can manifest some beautiful things. You've got some gorgeous, strong wing arms there. And you've got a great full moon. You can manifest some beauty. But that look in that face, that darkness in those eyes, you can also manifest some crap. Because you think about it and you're manifesting crap. You need to be careful what your thoughts are. Because your thoughts are what is your reality, and that's what's going to get you on your journey. So if you're thinking crappy thoughts, you're going to manifest crap in your life. That's why he hasn't come out. I like to manifest. Maybe she tells us as I read the book just to see if there's something else in there. Maybe sometimes it's better to keep some of your thoughts to yourself. And I'm not being fresh, so please don't think that I'm being fresh. But maybe you say things sometimes that are in your brain that shouldn't come out your mouth because other people just are immediately going to come under attack. And maybe you don't even understand. You do not understand. I don't want to use that word. You don't mean it to come out salty and spicy. But when it comes out, boy, it's spicy. So maybe you don't have anything to lose to just keep that to yourself and kind of give yourself a little giggle and just let that thought pass, because you have a lot to lose if you continue to let the spicy come out. You'll have a lot to lose because people aren't going to want to see your side. And it's double-sided. Other people are spicy too, back at you. So it's not just you being spicy. It's a double-sided sword, this guy. But that goes back to be careful what you manifest and what your thoughts are. That was a little more spicy, I'm sorry. Let's pull another one because maybe it'll be a little less spicy. Okay. All right. So this is my Ace of Cups. And this is one of those cards that people are watching you. People are observing you. People look to you for that strength because you've always had it. You're kind of a beacon and you're in the center and you have the power to solve conflict if you remember to slow down here. You have here what you need to solve the conflict. You have here absolutely what you need, but this gets in the way. This is so what this is telling me. Can you see this? I feel like it's all glary.
No, we can see it.
I need a better lighting guy. Does anybody know a lighting guy? Gonna be famous. Need a lighting guy. Okay.
So we have only one more minute before we have to say goodbye to Denise. So Denise, what do you think overall of your reading? Do you feel it was accurate? Do you feel like you've learned some stuff?
I feel like I learned some stuff, especially at the end. I think it was very accurate. I know what she meant about getting angry and keeping my distance from some people, which is absolutely true. Over the last 5 or 6 years, my life has turned itself around, and I've taken myself away from negative people that just upset me.
Which is
and
good.
I think it's made me a stronger person for it.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Denise, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Jill, you were fabulous. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you. I enjoyed reading you. Thanks.
You were amazing, my
Oh,
friend.
good.
Now,
Thank
you
you.
know, obviously, I know the two people you read tonight,
Uh-huh.
and you have no idea how accurate you were.
Really?
Especially, oh my gosh, especially with the second one, especially with Denise. Yes.
Oh, geez.
Yes, you are very, very accurate. So, I mean, and you said it in a gentle way. And I think that's that's what happens sometimes when we do readings, right? I mean, we can't help what the cards tell us.
No.
You know?
No. I definitely didn't want to tell that sweet lady that she had spicy words. But that's all it kept telling me. And I was like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna tell her.
So again, what is it? So our audience can really connect with you, Jill. What does it feel like for you as you're getting all these messages, right? And as you're reading all these cards and you're going through all these emotions, what does it feel like for you? How do you, because I mean, we've had Diane Lupo on here before, and we got into the conversation about separating, ego from our spiritual sense, right? And how difficult that is. So I'm imagining when you do the card readings, you also have to make sure your ego is separate from what you're reading. It has nothing to do what Jill's life was like today or what you're feeling in the moment. So how do you do that? How do you know what the cards are actually saying to you and what may be something that happened to you 2 hours ago coming through?
I think that's really practice with like quieting what's inside your head. You really kind of have to go to a place that there's nothing there. Like you're thinking about nothing. You're not thinking about what happened 5 minutes ago. You're not thinking about your crappy day at work. You're not thinking about any of that. You've kind of just let it all go. And you have this empty space that's just open for kind of like a subway car is kind of how so picture an empty subway car and you've got it all empty and you're sitting here and you're ready to go. And then you start reading the cards and the subway door opens and all these things just start coming in to fill the subway. And you have to stay focused and listen. When I first started Denise's reading, those couple of cards that came up were the same cards from the previous reading. I was having a hard time separating that reading from Denise's reading. It took me, I don't know if it was noticeable, but I definitely had to, I kept touching the cards a lot because I was trying to feel them opposed to hear them because I was hearing the same thoughts. So I was trying to feel something different. So that was a little bit tough in the moment.
As you touch the cards, you actually can feel what they want to say to you?
Yeah, yes. Yep.
Wow.
As I touch the cards, I can at least quiet my mind enough to hear what that card's saying. It helps me shut off all the other cards and all the other things that are going on and just try to focus on that one card and hear what that one message. Because sometimes it has to be one message at a time. Sometimes you flip the cards and it all just comes out and it makes sense and you can link it all together and it makes sense. But when I look at the cards, it's like sentences and they don't really make sense. So I have to put them in order.
Yeah.
And so sometimes it's easy and they just go, but sometimes switching like I did, it makes it a little bit harder. But I think like your beginning is important. My beginning is always important. Picking out my crystals and setting my intentions and clearing my mind and I did set a little makeshift altar on my table down here so that I could do this down here. And like, I didn't show you, but I have my salts out that I took out. I have a salt bowl that I use to kind of cleanse the area and all my other little things. And all of that is important to me. And that's what clears my mind to do this, to be able to channel, I guess.
So there's a preparation you have to do. Then you do the card reading. Now afterwards, what do you do? Do you do any kind of like closure type thing?
Yes. Afterwards, I will cleanse my cards.
How do you cleanse them?
I'm going to do sage. I'm just going to sage around my cards and I'm going to just clean away the energy so that they're ready for next time. And I may do one more reading for myself just to reconnect to them because these are my cards. I don't share these all of the time. So I made you just a small reading, maybe a 3-card spread, just to reconnect back with the cards and reground myself before I put them away. Because when I read my own cards, I will leave my reading flipped over, faced outward until the next reading. So
Okay.
It's my ritual of how I put my cards away. So I have to end that way.
And I have one more question before
Okay.
we wrap up. Would you be willing to do this again? Because you were really amazing, my friend.
Okay. Sure. I can do it again.
You really were.
Okay.
I'm going to hold you to that. So.
Oh, I know. You're just going to surprise me with a little Facebook post that says tonight's the night.
I'll give you more notice than that.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much, Jill.
You're
You were
welcome.
really fabulous. Thank you to everyone who joined in. And like I said earlier, if you are a reader or if you want to have a card reading, please reach out to me in Facebook. My name is not Auntie Dale. It's Dale Beluccio. So reach out to me and instant message me and I will put you on the show and it will be fabulous. As you see, like Jill did such an amazing job tonight.
Thank
And
you.
it's not that scary to have a card reading. It can be grounding. It can be spiritual. It can help you know what's coming next and help you know what you need to work on. So it's all good stuff.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
thank you to everyone. Have a wonderful night. Namaste to everyone. Thank you.
Thanks.
Good night.
Bye.